It's Week 13 of the NFL.
And up next, it's a name everyone will recognize, Marvin Harrison Jr.
He comes into this one 5th in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Cardinals and the Vikings. And
it's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? Now things can really go south if they lose this game.
Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense making their way out behind their former number 3 overall pick, who spent his last year as a 49er. It's Sam Darnold.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Award that tackle for loss to the safety, Budda Baker.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in 1 uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Slot man moves right. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. B.J. Ojulari make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Greg Dortch back deep. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense heading out, and they do so behind Kyler Murray, their dynamic quarterback in his 6th season now from Oklahoma.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that 1 interception? reception, continue to take care of it.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
No mental mistakes out there, offense!
Darnold. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. It's a 3-yard pickup and then sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Darnold. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Jones is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Sam Darnold, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the 1st.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there, finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The Cardinals had 5 and 6 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. But certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Some offense! Let's go!
Off of play action, Darnold. He lets one go deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And this is going to be incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. 3rd down here. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. In motion is Chenault. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. For Harrison, there's a look at what he did last week. 3 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
He now has 11 touchdowns on the season, and in no way is that just simply luck. That's a great combination of route running, determination, and making nice catches.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Play action. Now it's Murray. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run over center with Benson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And out now come the Vikings. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Dancing to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. And he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Buying time to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Running right, Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Darnold now to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Now a second and 10.
Don't let us down.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. Addison will go in motion left. Again, Darnold. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. Sheds off the tackle, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, it's Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go again with Benson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Steps away. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Danico Autry able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That'll give them 8 that time. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. In motion is Chenault. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, but sometimes he doesn't act.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Darnold. Slant route, and he's got Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. To the air again, Darnold. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a push.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and the Cards will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. The Vikings got a solid first-half outing by their veteran quarterback, Sam Darnold. His touchdown run was the lone score of those first 2 quarters as his guys hold a 7-0 lead. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Cardinals offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Murray now. It's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Murray now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. shotgun now from Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Murray off play action. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Zone read, here's Benson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throw left side, caught by Ryman.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. A give to Jones. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, example right there, those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another run here with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Play fake. Murray. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Murray going to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
To throw, it's Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Neville Gallimore in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And this is caught at the 8. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. On play action, it's Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyler Murray taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Muscles him off. And he will have a Vikings first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. A play fake, and it's Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. Now a first down carry by Jones. Down to the 42, 2nd down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Down at the 25. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a... Oh, no, lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they had it there so close gets to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Over the middle, Harrison. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Neville Gallimore able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And Darnold doesn't like what he sees. He's going to signal for a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On the give, it's Benson.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
A give. Here comes Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game, but hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win, and in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.